Hello students. Today in this video we shall discuss about refraction through glass slab. A glass slab is a three-dimensional rectangular object made up of glass, of course. This being transparent, we have 6 edges through which light can enter and exit. So this transparent medium allows us to study refraction in detail. Before going to the refraction through glass slab, let us see the causes of refraction of light. Look at the diagram. Here we have marked an interface that is separating medium 1 and medium 2. An interface is a surface that separates two given medium. For example, if I take air as medium 1 and water as medium 2, then the surface of the water is the interface. Now, the incident ray falls on the water surface, making an angle I, that is the angle of incidence. When this ray is going from air into the water medium, it has to deviate from its path. This is what we call as the phenomena of refraction of light. So you see in the diagram, the refracted ray is shown deviated when it enters into the water medium. Now the question is, why does this ray bends? The reason is that the light bends when traveling from one medium into another medium because of the change in the optical density. We know that when we compare the density of water and air, they have different values. So when light ray goes from air into water, because of the difference in the optical density of water, the velocity of the light will change. Of course, because water is denser medium, therefore this velocity of light will reduce when it enters into water. And this is the cause of refraction of light. Let us see this in little more detail. Here I have taken two medium 1 and medium 2 with refractive index N1 and N2. The light is incident from N1 and going into N2. If the refractive index of N1 is less than N2, then we find the light ray bends towards the normal. Now what does it mean? When I say refractive index N2 is greater, it means the density of the medium N2 is greater. Thus, the light ray is going from rarer to denser medium and it bends towards the normal. Try and understand the reason behind this. When light enters into the denser medium, its velocity decreases. Thus, to cover the distance with a decreased velocity, it will always bend towards the normal because perpendicular is the shortest distance. So, the light always has to bend towards the normal. Whereas in the other case, the light is going from N1 into N2 again, but now N2 is less than N1. It means that the light is going from denser to rarer medium. When light enters into rarer medium, its velocity increases. Hence, it can cover a greater distance in the same time. Thus, it bends away from the normal. So for us, the basic key rule is that when light travels from rarer to denser, it bends towards the normal. When it goes from denser to rarer, it bends away from the normal. Now with these basic facts, let us see how the light ray behaves when it passes through a glass slab. We have glass and air as the two medium. This is a glass slab named PQRS. The incident light falls on the interface PS. This is air glass interface. The incident light AB, when touches the surface at point B, we draw the normal N at the point of incidence. We have to mark the angle of incidence denoted by small I, which is the angle made by the incident ray with the normal. Now imagine if the glass slab is not there, then this ray would have passed straight. This is an imaginary line, hence we draw it with dotted lines. but due to the glass slab, the light ray gets refracted and bends towards the normal. It makes an angle of refraction R1 with the normal that we marked. C is the point of incidence for the second interface. Now it is the glass air interface. We draw normal N dash at C. Now this light is going from denser into rarer medium, hence the emergent ray must bend away from the normal. This we show by drawing the emergent ray CD bending away from the normal. We have to mark the angle of emergence E. For the point C, R2 is the angle of incidence and E is the angle of emergence. We draw a normal from point C onto the imaginary dotted line. This perpendicular distance is CE, which gives us the amount through which the light got displaced. The light was travelling along the path AB, which would have travelled along straight line shown by the dotted line. But due to the glass slab, it has got displaced laterally and is now travelling along the path CD. Some important points that we note here in this diagram is that the light, while passing through the glass slab, undergoes refraction twice at both the interfaces. Here the interfaces are PS, that is air glass, and QR, that is glass air. The emergent ray CD is parallel to the incident ray AB. Also, the light got laterally displaced, and the angle of incidence is found to be equal to the angle of emergence. This is important fact that one observes when we can do the practical on paper with a glass slab. If you take the angle of incidence as 30 degrees, you will definitely get angle of emergence also as 30 degrees. Let us now discuss the observations that we have seen. The extent of bending of light ray at the two interface, that is air glass and glass air, is equal. The emergent ray is parallel to the incident ray. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of emergence. The emergent ray shifts sideways, that is, it gets laterally displaced. So this is how we study the refraction of light through a glass slab. Hope you have enjoyed it. Do practice. Happy learning. Goodbye.